Welcome to This Explainer. If you're joining me today, chances are you already know all about the incredible reputation of magnesium glycinate. We've all heard the promises, right? It's going to help you sleep deeper, it'll relax your nerves, calm those annoying leg cramps, and even support your heart health. But right off the bat, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. There is sheer, absolute frustration in taking this highly recommended supplement, doing everything by the book, and somehow feeling worse instead of better. If you've ever swallowed a dose and suddenly found your heart racing, your stomach completely churning, or you're lying wide awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. And more importantly, the supplement itself actually isn't failing you. It's the way it's being taken that's causing the chaos.
Okay, let's dive into this. There is just such a stark, crazy contrast between what we expect and what actually goes down. We're promised these amazing benefits: deep, restorative sleep, calm nerves, muscle relaxation. It's literally what we're all chasing. But then, boom, reality hits. And for a lot of people, that reality is chest tightness, those dreaded 3 a.m. wake-ups, and just brutal stomach issues. And most people just write these side effects off. They think, oh, it's just stress, or I'm just getting older, or maybe they blame a cheap brand of supplements. But actually, it is a direct biological reaction to exactly how the mineral is being introduced to your system. So today, we're going to fix that. We're going to uncover the tiny, hidden, everyday habits that are literally shutting your magnesium down before it can even reach your cells.
So here is our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to count down the 5 hidden mistakes, starting with number 5, the magnesium paradox. Then we'll move through everyday disruptors, the dosage illusion, and silent conflicts, before finally arriving at mistake number 1, which is absolutely the most surprising misunderstanding of all.
All right, let's kick off our countdown with mistake number 5, the magnesium paradox.
Now, this paradox revolves around a pretty frustrating irony. The very habits we adopt to stay super healthy, they're often exactly what shuts down our magnesium absorption. Think about it. A lot of us take our vitamins right after a big, healthy meal because, well, it feels safer on the stomach, right? But here's the catch. Incredibly healthy foods, we're talking whole grains, beans, nuts, seeds, spinach, they contain natural compounds called phytates and oxalates. And look, on their own, these are perfectly fine. But when they meet magnesium in your digestive tract, they act like biological clamps, literally. Picture this. You eat a gorgeous, healthy bowl of oatmeal with almonds, or a rich spinach salad, and you immediately follow it up with your magnesium pill. Inside your gut, that combination becomes a perfect storm. Those healthy compounds bind so tightly to the magnesium they lock it into a form your body absolutely cannot use, and they just send it straight out as waste.
The good news, though, is how ridiculously easy this is to solve. If you are eating foods that act as blockers, your heavy fiber or calcium-rich meals, all you have to do is space your magnesium dose out by 1 to 2 hours. That gives it an empty stage to absorb. Now, if you are someone who absolutely must take your magnesium with food because you get nauseous, that's okay. Just opt for safe pairings. A small portion of white rice, plain toast, or even some soft cooked zucchini. These foods are gentle, they're neutral, and they won't bind to the mineral. They simply give your stomach a nice little cushion so your body can absorb exactly what you paid for.
Moving right along to mistake number 4, everyday disruptors.
Okay, so here we're shifting our focus away from the food on your plate to the very familiar beverages in your cup. Because these everyday disruptors are secretly wiping out your magnesium long before it can do its job. Let's trace the biological journey here. First up, coffee and black tea. These contain compounds that latch onto minerals the actual second they enter your gut. And worse, the caffeine acts as a diuretic. It literally forces your kidneys to flush magnesium out of your body way faster than it can be absorbed. Next, we have alcohol. Sure, you might pour a glass of wine to unwind, but alcohol severely irritates the stomach lining. It weakens the very surfaces responsible for mineral absorption, all while accelerating mineral loss through your urine. And finally, carbonated drinks and sparkling waters. The acids in these fizzy drinks quietly alter your gut's pH environment just enough to make magnesium significantly harder to absorb.
Now, take a deep breath because I'm not telling you to quit your favorite drinks. Zero chance. This is entirely about protecting the mineral through proper timing. Just give your morning coffee or tea a couple of hours of distance from your supplement. Keep alcohol far away from your evening doses, especially if you're relying on magnesium to help you sleep. And keep those sodas and sparkling waters completely outside of your supplement window. Just adding that small gap in time is literally all your body needs to properly absorb the mineral.
And that brings us to mistake number 3, the dosage illusion.
This illusion confronts a super common trap. Taking one massive pill right before bed, desperately hoping it's just going to instantly flip a relaxation switch in your brain. We see a bottle that says 400 milligrams, and we think, perfect, a full therapeutic dose, let's go. But here is the illusion.
That number on the front often just represents the weight of the entire magnesium compound, not the actual usable elemental magnesium that your body can access. So when people take it and feel like it isn't working, what do? They assume they need more, so they double the dose. But your digestive system has carefully regulated transport pathways. Think of them like tiny little checkpoints. When a massive wave of magnesium hits those checkpoints all at once, they do not open wider to let it through, they actually slow down. The excess magnesium just gets left behind in your intestines. It sits there pulling in water, which causes that awful stomach churning, the loose stools, and ironically, it leaves you feeling totally wired and restless at night.
So instead of completely overwhelming your system like a traffic jam, here is a much smarter strategy. Just divide your dose. Step 1. Take a small morning dose to support your muscles and your stress response during your active hours. Step 2. Add a midday dose to help maintain those levels right when that afternoon fatigue sets in. And Step 3. Take a gentle evening dose to encourage that deep relaxation. By slipping smaller portions through those digestive checkpoints, your body actually gets the chance to use the magnesium, and it completely eliminates those awful digestive side effects.
All right, we are down to mistake number 2. Silent conflicts.
The crazy thing is, even with perfect timing and beautifully divided doses, your magnesium can still lose the battle. Why? Because your daily medicine cabinet is quietly fighting for the exact same biological pathways. So many of us just stack our supplements and prescriptions together in one handful because, hey, it's convenient, but we've got some silent competitors here. Acid reducers, for instance, drop your stomach acid so low that magnesium actually can't separate from its compound. It just gets trapped. Iron and calcium supplements? They directly compete for the exact same transport pathways, and they usually just push magnesium aside. Diuretics, as we know, force rapid magnesium loss. And here is a really fascinating one: high-dose vitamin D. When your body goes to activate vitamin D, it relies on magnesium as an essential partner. So taking them at the exact same time means the vitamin D consumes your magnesium way faster than you can even absorb it. Oh, and antibiotics? Those should absolutely never be mixed with magnesium due to severe absorption interference.
But don't worry, the solution here is just organization, not fear. You simply need to coordinate your medicine cabinet. Just give each of these medications and supplements its own specific time window. By intentionally separating your calcium, iron, and acid reducers away from your magnesium, you totally eliminate the biological competition. And suddenly, your magnesium supplement can finally perform exactly as it was designed to, without anything standing in its way.
And now, we have finally arrived at the climax of our explainer, the big one. Mistake number 1, the hydration secret.
This is, without a doubt, the absolute biggest misunderstanding about magnesium, and it dictates how the mineral behaves from the exact second you swallow it. And this brilliantly illustrates the core issue. As the quote says, the biggest misunderstanding isn't timing, food, or medications, it's true cellular hydration. Think about your typical evening routine for a second. The day is over, you've probably had some salty meals, definitely some coffee, maybe a glass of wine. You are internally dry. So when you swallow a magnesium pill on a dehydrated stomach, the mineral just remains concentrated in one dense, dry pocket. Because magnesium desperately needs a cushion of moisture to disperse, it forcibly pulls water from your surrounding tissues directly into your intestines, and what happens? That irritates the lining, it tightens the intestines, and boom, it triggers cramps, nausea, and a sudden racing heartbeat. Your body isn't rejecting the magnesium at all, it's just reacting to being severely dehydrated.
So to fix this, you just need to create a remarkably simple hydration buffer. Here is exactly how you do it. Step 1. Drink comfortable, steady sips of room temperature water. Not ice cold because cold water slows digestion. Step 2. If you've been sweating a lot or drinking tons of caffeine, you can optionally add a squeeze of fresh lemon or a tiny pinch of electrolytes to balance the water out. Step 3. Just wait 30 to 40 minutes before actually taking your magnesium. This simple little buffer totally softens the intestinal tissues and provides the exact moisture cushion the magnesium needs to dissolve evenly. It glides smoothly into your bloodstream, turning what used to be a nasty jolt of irritation into deep, calming relaxation.
So what does this all mean for you? I want to leave you with this final thought. Which of these 5 hidden mistakes has been quietly sabotaging your evening routine? Is it that healthy spinach salad you're eating right alongside your Stotos? Is it taking a massive single 400 milligram pill right before hitting the pillow? Or is it simply a lack of a hydration buffer? The true beauty of all this is that you do not need to go out and buy a more expensive product. By making these super small, totally free tweaks to your timing, your spacing, and your hydration, you can finally unlock that deep, restorative rest your body has been craving. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to take a close look at your own routine tonight.